Oh, hello there. I was just reading one of my favorite novels, a cookbook. Okay, I don't have very many books laying around the house. Anyway, do you know how much reading rules? You don't? Well, then you've obviously never played the Pagemaster or seen the movie it's based on. When you read, you get teleported to a magical land of adventure and wonder. That's what I always thought video games did, because, well, they do. But, hey, what happens when you combine the magic of video games and reading together? You get Ace Attorney. Or any other text-heavy game. What? Did you think I was going to say this? This game has nothing to do with reading.
If you have no idea what this movie is, then don't worry. It's not important at all. Basically, a kid gets sucked into the world of literature and travels through the lands of horror, adventure, and fantasy. He kills a dragon, and then he runs out of the library to get away from a creepy Christopher Lloyd.
But anyway, let's get to the game. The Pagemaster for Sega Genesis.
First off, the title screen goes by really fast. I mean, why even have any music at the title screen if it just gets cut off after like 2 friggin' seconds? Alright, so the game's a side-scroller. You know, a side-scroller. The easiest kind of game to make. There's no way you could mess up a side-scroller. I mean, it's so simple. Unless, of course, it's bad. Which they can be. And this one is. The controls are extremely slippery, and your character runs way too fast. It's also very hard to jump on enemies. This being made very difficult because of the slippery controls I just mentioned, and also because when you jump, the camera follows you, sending the enemy you're trying to jump on down off the bottom of the screen, making it even more hard to line yourself up with them. The hit detection could also definitely be better.
Actually, that's an understatement. The hit detection is awful.
Oh, and hey, one-hit deaths. You die in a single hit. Unless you have a power-up. Each power-up you get will give you another hit point, and you can get a total of 3. But you'll end up losing a power-up when you get hit, similar to in Mario. These boots let you wall jump, these balls of slime or whatever they are allow you to climb on ceilings, and this bag allows you to throw eyeballs as projectiles. But good luck keeping any of these power-ups for long. Oh, okay. Apparently you can't jump on that to kill it. It's apparently different from those other books, which you can jump on to kill. Okay, duly noted. Oh hey look, it says fun. Well, I was just starting to think that this wasn't fun, but that turned it all around.
Okay, really though, how much of a lonely, sad game developer do you have to be to think that if you just put the word fun into your game, it'll somehow actually make the game more fun?
Oh god, he's been flattened. Oh Jesus, no. Actually, that's just the end of the level. And if you collected a certain hidden item in the level, then you unlock a bonus level where you go flying around on a giant book. So, yeah. It's probably pretty obvious that it didn't really work properly.
I don't know why, but whenever I enter these bonus stages, the screen goes all weird. It starts jumping up and down, goes all glitchy, and once or twice it even crashed my capture card.
I've been using a SCART cable for most of my consoles lately, and this is the first time something like this has happened. These bonus levels work when I use composite cables, but other than that, I can't get them to work with my current cables.
I've tried multiple video cables, I've tried multiple capture cards, I've tried multiple Sega Genesis, multiple consoles.
So it seems like it might just be my copy of the game. Oh well, I wouldn't have had much to say about these levels anyway, and it's not like I was ever planning on 100%ing this game to completion anyway.
That would be an insane waste of my time.
Back to the rest of the game though. I can barely see what's going on in this level. I don't even know what's a bottomless pit and what isn't. I'm constantly falling down and then getting killed by enemies that I couldn't even see. Oh, and you can also grab onto certain things, like hanging hooks or ropes. But because of the poor hit detection, grabbing onto things is way harder than it has to be. And how did I not just kill him? I landed right on him. Oh my god. This game is way more annoying than I thought it would be. When I first started making this review, I thought that this game would be mediocre and just not that great. But it's really damn frustrating. You move way too fast and the controls are really slippery. You just have to constantly inch forward, constantly stopping, constantly looking down to see if you're about to drop down onto an enemy, and hoarding those power-ups, because if you lose them, you're completely screwed.
This game is way more difficult than it looks, I swear to God. And you know what? Between this game's insane difficulty, the fact that this review's taken me so long to make, and all of the many technical issues that I've been having, I'm just gonna cheat. I'm just gonna cheat. Level select. I'm gonna use level select to just skip to the end of the game so we can see the later levels. Why not? This game doesn't deserve my effort.
And wowie geez, look at all of the enemies. Apparently the word adventure translates to more enemies, holy crap. Also, I don't think whoever those barrels belong to should be allowed to operate that cannon. I'm just saying. So there's the sword power-up in these levels that you can sometimes find, and let me tell you, it's amazing. Too bad when you get hit a single time, you lose it. Let me lose the boots when I get hit. They're barely ever even useful in these pirate levels. Let me lose them and keep the actual useful power-up. The one that actually makes this game almost good. Like, how are you even supposed to get by this guy if you don't have the sword? I swear, he's too close to the ceiling to jump on or over. So just run through him, I guess. Take a hit. Lose those shoes. You didn't need them, because you're the frickin' Pagemaster. Whatever the hell that is. What the hell is he doing in there? I'm gonna walk away. Okay, there. That's a perfect example of not only this game's extremely slippery controls, but the bad quality of the D-pad on the Genesis controller.
Yeah, I'm going there. I hate this friggin' thing.
I was pressing up on the D-pad so that I would grab onto the rope so that I could climb across. And boom! The D-pad is so sensitive that apparently I pressed it a bit to the left, and because of how slippery and fast this kid is, he immediately turned around and ran off to the left, straight into the pirate, and I died. Whatever, with level select I can just keep dying over and over again, it doesn't matter.
I could not imagine a fate worse than death than to have to play this game legitimately.
A lot of these levels seem very non-linear. Like, there's multiple ways to reach the end. Most of the levels don't even feel like levels. They don't feel like they were designed. They really do just feel like a big room with a bunch of enemies and platforms thrown in, and I'm just running around trying to survive until I reach the end. In the last level, I spent the entire level climbing on ropes. And then on this level, like an idiot, I jumped towards this rope in the background. I thought that I could grab onto it, but nope, it's just a part of the background. Consistency? Who needs that? In this level, I just randomly stumbled across the end. I've been in this level for less than 1 minute, and I've already beaten it. What if I hadn't thought to come up here? I would have been suffering with the enemies below looking for the end. In this level, I have to kill a certain number of enemies in order to get to the next world. Basically, this game's replacement of a boss battle, I guess. But you know what? They give you swords in this level. And so now, it's actually a little bit of fun. Because I got a sword, yeah! Actually, I take it back. You have to kill every enemy in this level. And the enemies still respawn, but they only count once. So half the time, I think I'm killing a new enemy, but I'm just killing one that I've already killed before, and it doesn't count for any points. And these guys, the best. They play hide and seek, and they're masters at it. I mean, I'm a character in a 2D side-scroller, so you know I can't just walk behind that pole and kill them. No. It's the background. If he's behind it, then there's no way to kill him. Best hiding spot ever. Seriously though, I know that he's there, I just gotta wait for him to pop out. It's so annoying. Now, to be fair, a lot of the later levels in this game made me realize that having a weapon actually makes the game a lot easier. And not just the sword, any weapon really. But there's always going to be that one part, or that one level that's filled with things to hit you. And with just one single hit, you'll lose the weapon. And you're back to trying to jump on things. One thing I forgot to mention is that the shoes actually run away when you lose them, giving you a chance to catch up to them and collect them again. Now, if they fall off the screen or hit a wall, they're gone, and you're left vulnerable. But on levels like this, where there's a lot of flat land, your best strategy is to just run through the level, get hit by things, and then grab the boots again before your post-hit invincibility is up. This makes some of the levels in this game really easy.
Sadly, it doesn't work for all of the levels, but whatever.
Hey, looky there. I died because I couldn't grab onto that hook. That's new. It's not new. And I fell through the floor. Oh, wait. Never mind. There's a hole there. See? A hole. What? Don't you see it? Don't you see the hole in the floor?
What? You don't see it? Oh, well that's because there isn't one! I fell through the floor!
How the hell do I get past the spike field? It's too long for me to just run through. Oh, of course, you throw Humpty Dumpty towards it and then jump on top of him. You know, Humpty Dumpty. All the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again, because he wouldn't stop bouncing. Because when you throw him, he bounces. Like an egg.
Eggs bounce, huh? That seems to go completely against the story of Humpty Dumpty, but whatever. This is the last level. Might as well just get through it. I don't care.
I'm obviously not getting the damn library cards. Who cares?
Alright, final thoughts, and then I can rest.
Graphically, this game actually looks pretty nice. Although the graphics can get crowded and cluttered at times, and it occasionally looks too dark to see things in some of the earlier levels. Overall, the game actually looks pretty good. Too bad the control was so terrible. I'll say it one last time. It's too slippery, it's too fast, and it has really bad hit detection. Basically, the most important thing about a side-scroller, tight controls, this game completely messes up. The level design is not very good, it's definitely not creative, and it doesn't feel rewarding when you beat a level. There's also like a total of 4 songs in this game, and none of them are really that good. Honestly, after dying and retrying a level so many times, I started to get a headache. And you know what? What does this game have to do with books? Other than the fact that there's books in it. At least the movies seem to be trying to encourage kids to read. This game doesn't seem to be doing that at all. It's like, instead of making a game that would make children want to read, they just made a game that would make kids no longer want to play games.
You know what? I think I'm onto something. Either that or I just don't know how to end an episode. This game was bad.